turn off, go to the deer stand. This is what is referred to as Old 60. I believe they give it a county road name now. The 4-lane came through and they cut out this old road. Got quite a few nice bucks on camera already. Just hasn't got quite cold enough yet to bow hunt yet. As you can see, everything's still green. This is the pipeline. They've got it blocked off. But we hunt about 200 yards from it, off in the woods, off a U.S. Forestry Road. Hunted here years ago, then finally came back. Just got to come out, check the cameras, put some pull ropes on the stand, pull our crossbows up. This is where we usually park at. We walk down this little hill here to go in. I know we came out to check the cameras Friday evening, and it showed on one of the cameras they heard us coming in. There was 2 does at the feeder. They bolted like 3 minutes before we got there. They heard us walking through the woods and we were trying to be really quiet. I have to go down here to the creek bed and then turn around to park to go in. Me and my son used to camp right here every year. There's a lake, if you saw in one of my other videos. I wouldn't even start to estimate how far away it is, but it's off to the right over here, up the hill. It's private property, but it's a huge lake. This creek bed feeds off of it. When the lake overflows, it comes down this creek. Not a natural flowing creek, just whenever the water gets up. Tons of deer run this creek bed. As you can see, it's really woolly. Killed quite a few deer off this creek bed, but boy, it was hard. Private property up to the right here. We always just come down here and turn around. I clear cut about another 100 yards up there where they bed down. Alright, going back the same way I came. I'll turn it back on when I start going into the woods. Okay, we begin to walk into about 15 minutes worth of work to do back here. Hang a couple pull ropes, put some deer cane out, check the cameras. May run across a deer, I doubt it. It's like 10:30 in the morning. Although they have been seen on the feeder at about 10:30, so we'll see. Just enjoy the walk. I'll be putting the GoPro up on the walk out. I'm going to use my Tacticam, make sure it still works. I really like it mounted to my bow and my gun better than I do the GoPro. The GoPro makes it seem like things are really farther away than what they are. And of course I sprayed myself down with some Repel. The chiggers will eat you alive, and ticks this time of year. Boy, got like 5 or 6 chiggers so far. No ticks, knock on wood. Got my judge strapped to my hip just in case we come across any creepy crawlies. And there have been black bears spotted out here. Don't want to upset one of them, just for self-defense. Always look across your tree when you step across them. Never know what's lying on the other side. These Ozarks are known for these rocks. They have a granite mine. These rocks are just sticking up Just out in the middle of the woods. Huge boulders. This tree right here is what we call the Widowmaker. At one time it was still attached, just leaning across there, and our trail to get back through here right underneath it. So we started going around it. We knew at one point the wind would eventually break it. Alright, I'll hush for now because we're getting close to where the deer are hanging out. Go back here to my friend Tim's stand first. It's actually my stand we put up for him. He's going to hunt with us this year. I'll shut it off for right now. Alright, here's camera number 1. And I walked right past the camera coming in. This is my old stand. Oh, we got deer crap right at the bottom of the stand. Catching them coming up off that creek bed. Alright, we've changed the 2 cameras over here by Tim's spot. Now we'll walk back to the feeder and then to our quad pod, which we bought at Academy last year on clearance. But they're selling the same thing again this year for the same price they put it on clearance for, because they come out with a quad pod 2.0. Of course, the only difference is they took the 2 seats and you can individually swivel them now. The 2 seats that are in this one, you both have to swivel around at the same time. This is my old spot. I used to be on this. You'll see it in a second. Here, I had my deer cane out last year. That pine right there, I had my stand on it. But I had deer cane in both these spots. And it seems like they only hit it in the winter after season is over with. They pretty much leave it alone while you're hunting. I guess when it gets cold and the springtime, they really hit it hard. They'll dig a hole wherever you put the deer cane, but just not during season.
Just jumped a deer. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Running off the feeder. Bunch of deer. Look at them. There's 5 or 6 down there. There was about 6 deer on my feeder. You can hear them down there barking. They definitely know that feeder's here now. They jumped off down this creek bed. More than likely they headed for the pipeline. I don't know if the GoPro picked it up or not. Like I said, it just makes things seem so far away. Okay, gotta change some camera cards out, turn it back on in a second. There's our quad pod. A little bit of advice for those of you who do buy this and buy the blanket. The actual top, it does cover you, but you have no headroom, and the windows that you shoot out of are super, super small. And for 2 people, and you have a lot of blind spots. You're constantly looking for something. And you have to do a lot of neck straining, try to see where you're looking at. Anyway, I have to put a couple pole ropes on this and move some cameras, so I'll sign off for right now. But this is the area. Buddy Tim shot a really nice 8-point off this creek bed last year. Okay, got the cameras reset, moved. Had a couple cameras I wasn't getting anything on. But my buddy had one just 15 foot away and he was getting deer left and right, so I moved them where they could hit the trail. Now we're gonna go up in the quad pod, show you it. Put some pole ropes on it. Then we'll be ready for next weekend bow season. And when you put these together, folks, I do highly recommend putting some tie straps around these cross braces. If you don't, they will rattle. Oh my gosh, they rattle. Like I said, we had the top on here and you had no headroom whatsoever. This seat, as you can see, swivels really easy. No creaks or crones. Here's the view from up here. As you can tell pretty distinctly, there's a trail that way, a trail that way. Just a bunch of creek beds and intertwining trails. Alright, let me get these ropes cut, then we'll be on our way out. Okay guys, this is the view from the quad pod. I'm swiveling around. Don't hear anything. Okay, I'll be using the Tacticam on the way out and add it to this video. I don't think the video's just as good. This is 1080p, or maybe on 4K. I can't remember which. I know the Tacticam's only like 720p, but it makes things look a whole lot closer up. Alright, I'm cutting off here. Okay guys, this is Tacticam. I'm sure you can tell a whole lot of difference in the video. But this is what mounts to your crossbow or your rifle, shotgun. There's different mounts you can buy for it. They even make a stabilizer mount for it for your compound bow. But we'll walk out with this camera. Get out here and let the deer get settled. I tried to be as quiet as I could coming in. Those deer still heard me on that feeder. They jumped, of course. feeders down there. They haven't come back. They won't till I get out of here. Getting warm out here today. Supposed to be like 84 today. I believe it's hit it. By the way, this is in the Ozarks, Missouri. We've got big bucks. We also got a lot of does. Bow season is pretty quiet out here. Gun season, the woods just fill up with orange. It is bow season right now. Bow season's been open up for 10 days. 12 days, I'm sorry. But it's been so hot. If you were to kill one, you'd have to get him out here so quick. But there have been people going. And there have been some nice bucks killed. But I'll have this Tacticam mounted to my crossbow this next weekend. It's supposed to be 42 in the morning this coming weekend. Reach a high of 65. So we'll have 5 to 6 hours of really good weather hunting time. Trying to talk my buddy Chris into getting one of these. He's wanting to record his hunts also. Besides having a cameraman sitting up in the stand with you with a $3,000 camera, this is the next best thing. Man, like I said, a lot of guys use GoPros. GoPros are fine. But if you don't set them on linear, you get that fisheye effect. And whether it's on linear or regular, everything still looks so far away on video when it's not. I have a video of me shooting at I believe it was a 6 or 8 point. Looked like he was 40, 50 yards away. He was only 15 yards away. But I also use my GoPro on my drone, my 3DR Solo, and it takes fine videos. Makes it look like it's 1,000 feet in the sky when it's not. We don't get hassled too much in this area. There's a guy that lives back behind here, has 40, I believe he has 50 acres now. He hunts his property, and he stops and talks to us. And we let each other know what we see on cameras, and so forth and so on. We have someone else we haven't met that has, I would estimate, 500 acres. With fields and stuff, and we're 400 to 500 yards away from his property line. We never go on his property, but yet he still tries to come up in here and try to control the area. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. And I'll finish up with showing you the ride out back out to 60 highway. Not awfully deep out in the backwoods, but far enough away where we have deer. But that's the way it is here in the Ozarks. A lot of people just come up in their backyard. And if I ever get out here and I don't return back home, at least my wife can refer to this video and know how to get to me, which is always a smart thing, which I never hunt alone. I've gotten to the age that would be stupid. I've had a pulmonary embolism and a heart attack, and I don't need to be out here alone. Survive both of them, so God willing, God put me on this earth to do something. Bring my boy out here. He's 28 now. I used to bring him out here when he was like 9. So we've been in this area for a while. Had to switch areas now and then because of unethical hunters. Had one move in on him. I told the guys where his stand was at. Said, please don't, crowd him. He goes, well, as long as he's he sees orange, I'm wearing orange, he'll be okay. Then set up a tree stand not 40 yards from him. Really unethical. This was during rifle season also. I could understand if he crept up on him and didn't know he was there, but I told him where he was at. He knew where he was at. Love to live out here, but you lose all your amenities. No internet, no sewer, have to have your own well water.
Guess you could always hook up the satellite for internet, but everyone knows that sucks. Septic tank, nothing but problems. But well water is cold and good. Have seen deer jump this road right here on the way out. See nothing all day long hunting, and then come down through this little patch of road and then deer jumping across the road. It's like they're mocking you. This used to be the only way between Poplar Bluff and Van Buren. And they finally put a 4-lane in. This little old road used to be the only way to get there. Times have changed. Alright, back out to Highway 60. Here we are. Thanks for watching. Bye.